I feel so lost, and I feel so down. No, this pain won't stop.
Without perfect form and very healthy shoulders, you can easily cause an injury on any random rep. This back injuries that they should be thrown out and banned from every single gym on planet Earth. In today's video, I want to go over the 8 worst exercises that you should never do again. Seriously, never again. Let's jump right into this with the very first exercise, tricep dips on a bench. I don't know why it took me so long to realize how bad this exercise really is. When doing tricep dips on a bench, you're putting excessive pressure on your rotator cuff by rotating your arms to their most internally rotated position. And you're even putting excessive pressure on your elbows just by planting your hands behind your back. No matter how many times I've done this exercise, it always feels really uncomfortable because you have multiple joints in compromised positions during this exercise. There's a high chance that you could strain your rotator cuff, and it's really difficult to properly load this exercise with weight, so I highly recommend you skip out on this entirely. Instead, try skull crushers with an easy bar for a far better tricep workout. Another dangerous exercise you should stop right away is the lat pull down behind the head. Although I'm very pleased to say that I've been seeing less and less of this exercise at the gym, unfortunately there still are a few people that continue doing this exercise. I don't know why, they just don't know how bad this exercise really is for you. Now, it's very important that you don't get this confused with a regular lat pull down where you're pulling the bar in front of you, because it's a great exercise. When you go behind the head, you once again are putting a lot of stress on your shoulder joint, more specifically the front of your shoulder. Not only are you externally rotating your arm really far back, you're also horizontally abducting both of your elbows in a very unnatural position to get the bar behind your head and behind your neck. Once again, a better alternative would be a regular lat pull down or a regular wide grip pull up. Another exercise that totally sucks is the leg extension machine. I mean, think for yourself. How often are you going to just sit down and extend your legs out? It's not a very functional exercise, and for most people that are looking to get a great workout in the shortest amount of time possible, there are far better exercises like, for example, a squat. If you're using the leg extension machine to exhaust your quads at the end of your workout, that's one thing. But if you're the type of person that's moving from machine to machine, and you go from the leg press machine to the leg extension machine to the leg curl machine, you're going to be way better off just skipping all those machines and doing squats, deadlifts, lunges, and actual functional exercises. Why do I recommend these exercises? Well, because you're actually going to be using your stabilizer muscles, and you're going to be using your body's natural movement patterns in ways that can actually apply to the real world. Getting really strong at doing leg extensions, even if you max out the stack, pretty much means nothing. If you get really strong at barbell squats, that can serve as a benefit to almost every sport and every functional activity. Next on the list, we have upright rows. This exercise is done to develop the shoulders and the traps. Barbell upright rows are actually worse for your shoulder joint than dumbbell upright rows because your hands are locked, forcing you into an unnatural range of motion. However, both dumbbells and barbells in the upright row exercise can damage the shoulder joint. As you bring your arms up, the upper arms will internally rotate into the shoulder. Without perfect form and very healthy shoulders, you can easily cause an injury on any random rep. This risk isn't well warranted either, because there are much better exercises for your shoulders like Arnold presses, lateral raises, and frontal raises, just to name a few. Another damaging exercise for the shoulders is behind the head shoulder presses. This damages the shoulders in the same ways that going behind the head with the lat pull down does. Once again, you are fully externally rotating your arms and putting extra strain on your neck when performing this exercise. On top of that, studies suggest that there is no significant advantage to doing presses behind the head. In fact, because you will probably have to lift less weight when going behind the head, you may get less results than if you just grabbed a heavier weight and just did regular military presses in front of you. Both regular barbell and dumbbell shoulder presses will work much better in place of this exercise. Next, we have the Smith machine. Now, there are a lot of exercises that I dislike on the Smith machine, but one of the worst is the Smith machine squat. Why do I say that? Well, when doing regular squats, you engage your core for stabilization in a way that can give you more results than most forms of crunches. When using the Smith machine, not only do you take your core completely out of the movement, but it also becomes really hard to incorporate your glutes. The whole reason why most people do squats in the very first place is usually to develop nicer glutes. Instead, when you use the Smith machine, you'll be mostly working on your quads. Also, by not allowing your hips to rotate with the movement like a regular squat, your back stays perfectly straight and almost perfectly perpendicular to the ground, which can lead to a lower back injury. This once again defeats the purpose of doing this exercise because most people think that the Smith machine squats are a safer alternative to regular barbell squats. Instead of doing the Smith machine squats, try regular bodyweight squats, and when you're ready, start adding weights to a barbell to make the exercise more challenging. Another terrible exercise is the seated torso rotation machine. It puts a lot of strain on your lower back. When you rotate your spine, your hips are designed to rotate as well, but most of these machines prevent that from happening, leading to an injury. Instead, doing something like Russian twists or cable rotations will work much better without increasing your risk of injury. Even though I can go on and on with the exercises that I don't think you should be doing at all, like all the ab machines at your gym, you should probably get rid of those, I want to give you one more major one that I see leading to injury all the time. The hip abduction and adduction machines at the gym are responsible for so many hip injuries and lower back injuries that they should be thrown out and banned from every single gym on planet Earth. Seriously guys, first of all, let me start by saying if you have a little extra fat on your inner or outer thighs, there's no way to target that area for fat burn. You'll experience fat loss across your whole body. This exercise is plain dangerous because you're lifting a weight in a way that your body doesn't normally move in life. Most people like to proudly rack up the weight load and lift a very heavy load on this machine, but lifting a heavy load on this machine can strain your spine and can make your IT band so tight that it could throw your kneecap out of alignment. I have multiple clients that come from big gyms that experience lots of lower back pain and hip problems after doing this exercise. In all, this is one that's definitely worth skipping. That's about it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and also check out my website, gravitytransformation.com, to ensure that I don't have any kind of bias and that I'm not paid off by some supplement company. I'm not going to be promoting any specific brand, and you won't find any affiliate links in this video, meaning I'm not making any money from supplement companies for sharing this information. So there's no incentive for me to not tell the truth. With that said, let's start with a couple supplements that aren't going to be worth your money. Mass gainers are not going to be worth your money. There's no doubt that they'll provide you with a massive amount of calories, but most of those calories are going to be coming from sugar. Now, if you only have the money for just one supplement that's made to build more muscle, then you're going to want to go with creatine. According to a meta-analysis published in the Journal of Physiology, creatine is considered the most effective natural muscle building supplement out there. And this meta-analysis wasn't some small study. The researchers compared the effectiveness of 250 supplements for muscle growth.